Simply put, reservations reserve compute capacity for your instances, which is why they are referred to as reserved instances. They require a commitment period, typically 1 or 3 years, and don't accommodate capacity increases. They offer huge savings in comparison to on-demand instances. The user can also avail savings plans, which are flexible but are only available with AWS, EC2, Lambda, Fargate usage, and they too require a multi-year commitment. The primary difference between the two is that once a reservation is committed, similar to its real-life counterpart, it cannot be altered and has to be utilized. Therefore, it will be billed as per the predetermined rate regardless of usage. Once the reserved time frame has passed, it cannot be reclaimed and the cost is regarded as sunk. That said, they offer flexibility in that they allow changes to instance region, family or tenancy. In comparison, Savings Plan allows users to commit to usage hours rather than time frames. This allows flexibility in terms of when the instance needs to be deployed, but only within the duration of the savings plan. The drawback they have is the limited products they work with, and the region has to be predetermined. So if the instance has to be moved to a different region, it will not always be covered under the plan. In case of both savings plans and reservations, once the allotted hours are consumed, they are charged pro rata, as on-demand instances. Deciding which one is better for an organization, department or project very much depends on the use case. The Aquila Cloud's FinOps platform assists users to monitor and evaluate their instance usage and decide for themselves which is better suited to their budgets and requirements. The FinOps platform allows the user to view reservations and savings plan specifics in the Explorer menu and optimize usage of existing ones through the Optimizer menu. Reservations can be navigated to from the Explorer menu on the left side of the screen. Once here, we can find a top summary bar that states the total reservations or reserved instances being utilized by the organization, those which have been reserved, and the total spend on reservations. The list below includes the details for all the reservations. The status indicator shows whether the reservation is available or if it has expired. The type column shows which instance types the reservation is compatible with. Then there's the number of units the reservations covers and their utilization in percentage, along with the total amount that has been committed when the instance was reserved. The time filter on the top right of the page can be used to further sort reservations on the basis of specific time frames, and the download button can generate the data in an Excel-friendly CSV format. The View Details option can be used to view the domain allocation costs over time for the reservation, along with the general cost and resource utilization metrics for any individual reservation. This page also shows how much we have saved over time in comparison to an on-demand instance by using said reservation. Using these statistics available, it is crucial to ascertain that the utilization rate is up to par, for example, being 80% or higher. Otherwise, it means that the configuration for the resource requires optimization, or the usage needs to be increased, because otherwise money is wasted on the resource which could be saved. For evaluating which resources can be optimized, FinOps has the Optimizer feature for reservations and savings plans, the video link for which can be found in the description below. Similarly, the savings plan page can be navigated to from the Explorer menu, and it has a top summary bar that displays the total savings plans purchased, the total amount that has been committed to be paid on an hourly basis for the duration of these plans, the total units covered under them, and the cumulative spend on them. The detailed list allows us to view specifics for the instances wherein savings plans are active. These include the start and end dates for the commitment, how much the effective hourly rate works out to, the expiration status, total cost commitment over the designated time period, the number of units covered in the plan, their utilization, and lastly, the savings for the user in comparison to on-demand capacity reservations. This page has the time filter sort option, as well as the option to download the data and view detailed charts for costs incurred, utilization, and savings affected over time. Some important indicators here to be mindful about are the status, the number of units covered, and, as previously mentioned, the optimization rate. If the flag is yellow or red, it might require attention regarding the expiration date. As for the units being covered by the savings plan, any on-demand instance that is required for a period of at least 1 year, and is not a spot or low-priority instance, which are instances that are run only when required and can be shut down randomly by the cloud provider with possible data loss, rather than being up and running at fixed intervals or even continuously, can be better served by a possible savings plan purchase, which this feature allows the user to manage along with the savings plan optimizer, which assesses this. Similarly, the utilization rate, which should be optimal for the use case, as mentioned in case of reservations. This sums up reservations and savings plan in the Explorer menu. And as always, please do reach out to the Aquila Clouds team if any further assistance is required.